So here's a wacky little trick for everyone. We've got a bill here, which we can either borrow or we can use our own. In either case, if you're doing a professional show, I think you can borrow a $20 bill without anyone going crazy. And then we have it signed by a spectator giving their unique signature to it, which in this case is Poppy. They've signed it, and then we will go into the effect. We will say, if I can do something crazy, what could you do with it? And in one sense, I can try something amazing, which is take this bill and make it travel. Just like that. Where did it travel to? Well, actually, if you may, sir, if you may stand up, your wallet, if you may take it out, and would you believe it or not, if I may, and I borrow the bill for a second, the billfold wallet, and we actually go inside, and I want to show this very slowly, very fairly. A unique bill just seems to be inside your wallet. And then I'll have the spectator open that. They're reacting because they're already starting to see their signature. Close the bill. As they're opening the bill, the bill up, I hand this back to the spectator and say, thank you. Hand it back to them. They open up the bill. And you can see it is that exact signed bill. And that is a vanishing bill to wallet effect. An amazing in magic, and I thank you. So before we begin, if you can give the video a like and subscribe, that would really help me out. Thank you kindly. Crediting, this is like a streamed down version of Gregory Wilson's IOU routine, which he featured on Penguin, using an IOU card or template, whatever he used for that, which is really cool, or just a piece of paper with IOU on it, which was quite hilarious. And I also want to credit John Lovick in his book Switches, which is just features a crazy amount of switches in there and just a lot of useful information. Thank you, John Lovick. That was amazing. So those are the two I want to really credit for this. And then there's always other bills routines, vanishing bill routines, but those are the main two for this idea. And it's really simple. I just really wanted to streamline it and just be a direct, this bill will vanish and jump into your wallet. And there are a couple of ruses along the way to make it work. But it is pretty cool. So you want a spectator, before you begin, you would want the knowledge that a spectator has a bifold wallet, so you can actually dip your thumb tip inside, not like a single tiny wallet thing. Otherwise, that doesn't really make logical sense. So if you can, you can maybe do a gag to figure out their wallet, or you say, sir, may you hold out your wallets, or some logical gag, whatever you decide to do. But you do want that knowledge beforehand, before doing the routine. Or if they naturally pull out their wallet and you observe it and you're like, oh, that's the wallet they use. Perfect. You can use them for this effect. Then use it. Because this bill can vanish into a random spectator's wallet as well and still do the same impact of the effect. So, wallet aside, we'll come back to in a second. We borrow a bill, could be your own, whichever, and have it signed. I just did Poppy because I wanted to be humorous. There we go. And then we go into the routine. And the folding will simply be over, up, over, up. So over, up, okay? That's the folding. And we also have the thumb tip on our dominant hand as well, okay? So thumb tip on our dominant hand. We've got the bill and we're going to fold it over, up, over, up. And again, you have to practice in the mirror with all thumb tip effects. This is like the one important thing of thumb tip effects. You really have to practice in the mirror to eliminate all the flash points, because at any point you can accidentally flash. And you may even be flashing when you're just focusing on the part. So even look up occasionally to check your points of your flash points when you're focused on the routine. So the audience may be focused in, but you may be incidentally flashing somehow. And we want to eliminate that. So we've gone over, up, over, up. We have it in this bill folded in, I believe, so is it 16ths or 8ths? Let's see. So 2, 4ths, 8ths, 16ths. Yeah, so it's in 16ths. We got it right here, and it's being held by the thumb tip right here. And then we open up the hand, put the bill inside the hand. Boosh. And as we do it, we're also sticking out our thumb like so. So we grab the setup so we can pull out the dollar bill and at the same time leave the thumb tip. And we do this as we're showing the the dollar bill one last time as we put it inside the hand. And then we push in with the thumb. And then we poke with the forefinger. And then we can show in a rubbing gesture that the bill is gone. And we do a half-second display. Enough for the audience to really absorb that the bill is gone. Not long enough for them to know that this is a discrepancy. But it's just there. Hold it for long enough, just half a beat. Long display. Boom. There you go. You don't want to keep it like this, because then they'll notice. But just boom, down. It's just like a knack. It's like boom, down. Okay? And so in the direct display, you don't have to worry about flashing. Boom, down. And then again, for this thumb tip, you want it, if you're doing for individual people, you want the thumb tip to be geared right at their eyes so they can't tell discrepancies. Okay? Directly at them. And you can't tell. Directly at them. There we go. And if they're taller than you, up. Believe it or not, it'll work. So now that we've got the bill vanished and it's in the thumb tip, we ask the spectator for the wallet. Okay, so it has to be a more male-oriented effect because we do need. I mean, you could do with the purse, but it gets so less believable. It's a small thing. It's coordinated. It's targeted. It's right here, and we go for it. It creates the impact. So we just really need that wallet, especially a bifold wallet, very specifically. So we go inside. Okay, we grip with the thumb on the thumb tip on the outside, so thumb grips the wallet, and so we borrow the wallet. So we say, it'll appear in your wallet, okay? If I may check, and I gesture like this, if I may check. We don't want to flash, again, any flash points for the thumb tip. We go inside with the forefinger and thumb, clip on the thumb, and then the thumb starts pulling back with the bill coming out. Forefinger grabs on, and we can openly, at the best angles we can, without flashing the thumb tip. We don't want to flash this thumb tip inside here, okay? We tilt it towards ourselves, but we are able to flash as much as we can of the bill, and we pull it out, and then we can open it on up once for the spectator and say, can you check this out? And they start to see their signature on it, so that creates appeal for them to check it out. So you open up once, they see their signature on it, it's like they start to react, and then you can hand it to them for them to open. As you go back inside real quick, and you're in perfect position, thumb right here on the back, middle finger right on the back, and two other fingers coalescing, holding onto it. Thumb goes right inside, and has the pressure to get itself neatly on the thumb tip onto the thumb. Okay, comes out, closes up the wallet. The spectator is already mid or has opened the bill, so they're opening on up. And after they've opened on up, they start to react. And then I can openly, if the attention starts coming to me, I can be able to twist the wallet and do a fair display. Again, do not flash, but do a fair display. And then hand the wallet back to them and be thankful for it. I go, thank you for letting me use it. And then we can show the bill. And we don't want to be, any thief or anything. We're just trying to get back what we got, which is the thumb tip. Then we show the bill, which signed, cool, it's great, and it's impossible. It's amazing. And then you can do another thumb tip, build a thumb tip effect, or whatever you do for your sets. But this is just an idea I really want to get out there, because it's a cool, literal build to impossible location in a simple manner, and you look pretty much clean throughout, assuming it's not sitting at a table, because there's increased likelihood to flash. But with that said, it's just a wonderful effect that I really think deserves some attention, practice, and it's just a lot you can get out of it. It's just so cool that you can just get this bill, show it one more time for the people around the beer cooler or whatever, and then show it goes, and then say, hey, take out your wallet. And all the guys got like bifold wallets, everyone normally has them. Go inside and say, if I could get it out, would that be crazy? No way. Yeah. And check it out, it really has your signature on there. Yeah. And they start reacting like, yeah, no way. they're starting to go crazy. You still off the thumb tip, close it up, they hand it out to them, you're good. And then they start reacting, how do you do that? Oh my gosh. And then you're all set and you're all good. And for anyone worrying about cleanup, after they reacted and they start like going crazy, that is the opportune moment when you can loosen the thumb tip with your forefinger and second finger right here. You can loosen it and then openly just, or casually with shade, turning your body to ditch it in your pocket. Be it your back or your side, ditch it and you're absolutely clean. And everyone's reacting. No one would think that it was just with the thumb tip that you could accomplish all of this, which is quite crazy. And I think this version has a lot of unique characteristics, at least from my view. Directness, unique takes and techniques that it's different enough from Gregory Wilson's IOU routine, where he does a similar method, very, very similar method. This one just has a lot of different changes to it that I think it's its own thing. And because it's my own thing, I'm like, I want to give it out to everyone. I just want people to actually be able to use the thumb tip. Because I just feel like the thumb tip never gets enough. Like, for the pros, they use it. They know the power of it. But for people newer to Magic, and they only think of it's used for the silk thing, like vanishing a silk, that's it. I think there's a lot more power and more recognition that deserves into this wonderful thumb tip. It's just a wonderful, wonderful magician's tool. And you can get yours down below. Links below. But in all seriousness, thumb tip magic is powerful. And with the holsters I put in a video, you can just type in Evolving Magic thumb tip holsters. Now you can do like 8 to 10 effects with it, depending on how you rigged out your holster. And then 8 to 10 thumb tip effects out of nothing, just like seemingly empty hands, and you just do all this magic. That's cool. But that just may be my opinion. Lots of cool stuff coming down the way. You guys are going to see soon. So with all that said, if you haven't checked out this video or this video yet, definitely do so. Please give the video an extra like if you can. And I'll catch you all in the next one. I say I'm going to try something really fascinating with this unique dollar bill that says, Poppy! Oh, you're burning in hell for that.